Hello, Star Wars unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, with an unusual unboxing. I have something here that is essentially a pretty rare item. This is the Cloud City playset. Okay. However, this is not the original Cloud City playset. This is somebody's attempt at a reproduction. Okay. Now, there's a lot of opinions about reproductions. Okay. Frankly, you know what? I've lived my life and decided that I'm going to do what I want to do, and if other people have a problem with it, they're welcome to share their opinion. But I'm not doing anything to try to intentionally hurt anybody. There is very little on this box to indicate that it's not a reproduction. So there's no chance of it being confused with an original. And I'm going to point out a couple of reasons why. First of all, if I get it really close, you'll notice that there's some bends in the paper. Yeah, that didn't happen when the printing was on the box fully. That wouldn't have happened. This is in fact a piece of hard, like label, like a full out, maybe an 8.5 by 11 label that just kind of got printed and placed on the box. Okay, and you can actually see, if you get really close, you can actually see the lip. Okay, you can see it on the bottom there too. Okay. You can see exactly where the there it is. You can see where the gloss ends. Okay, so you know that this is not real, and it was sold to me not real, and I did not pay an exuberant amount of money. So I'm going to put it together though. Okay, so I want to just kind of open it up and just see how these people did this. It's been a very long time since I got it, so of course we do have a Han Solo and carbonite piece here. Okay, a couple of weapons, and actually includes a stand. Okay, so again, I never had this to begin with. It includes a couple of reproduction weapons here. Okay, reproduction rifle. These are for the figures, and it even includes a few little stands. Okay, now again, I've never had this one originally, so I'm not sure exactly how much this was included. So what was included in it? But you know, it's a nice box. I appreciate. I'm going to put anything I don't take out. It does include 4 figures. Now I don't know for sure. I think based on the quality of these figures that these are actually original figures. Okay. Now remember, at the time of me purchasing these figures were not as hard to find. Today, I would say they are a lot harder to find. I think people have been, you know, kind of scrounging the antique stores and garage sale stores and everything, and have in fact been working hard to get this. So it's not easy to get these figures anymore. So, you know, but again, you know, they really made a lot of these figures, so it's important to know that. All right, so I'll put this back in here. Okay, now we get this nice little kind of little setup here. And it comes with instructions. And again, guys, you know, reproductions, I know there's people who, you know, they look solely at the monetary value of something, and they think that anything that affects that, like, it's like infecting investment. And I get that, but I don't get it. I think sometimes people get a little bit too sentimental about stuff like that. All right, so you've got this really great card art, okay? You've got this really cool, like, it flips up like this, right? And then I think you have this, just a really simple, it's a very simple setup, okay? You know, it's just a card stock piece, okay? Those of you from Great Britain might remember the, Palatoy Death Star, right? Okay. Oops, sorry, my mic is attaching. All right, looks like we got the setup here. There you go. Just a basic little diorama, nothing too fancy, right? But really cool art. Okay, and then you just have a couple of things here. You got your ooh. Now I will say this: it looks as though the original, like, here's the instructions. It's funny, they even include the "We Really Do Care." I believe this is just a photocopy. It shows you how to enter them in. I will say, though, there are a few things, like there's no front flap. This thing has a thing for a front flap. This piece does not include the front flap, okay? It just rests on top of it. So you got to be careful with that. I wouldn't put too much weight on it. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna just lower my camera a little bit so you can see this just a little bit better there. There we go. Okay, let me pull it back here. Now it does have the little stand where you can put Han right there in carbonite. Okay. And I wonder, I don't know if it actually came with the Han. This Han in carbonite looks more like something from, this looks more like it was something from the Slave 1 vintage. Again, having never had this, I can't tell you for sure if there is any, validity to it. I'd have to look it up, so I'm not sure. But it's nice to have it here, and with the little stand, kind of fits perfectly. Okay, and then we have, of course, our now they have these kind of these sections, and this is how you know. And again, I appreciate this. This is how you know that you are basically just playing with a scanned copy of the thing, because again, pull Han out of here for a minute. If you look on the floor, you see that there's those little diamonds. Those were actually holes in the original. Okay, and I've had other play sets that have had those holes, and the holes are where you put these little stands, these special kind of square stands that you can hold the figures in. Instead, this person who was making the repro just kind of gave us these little easy to display stands. Oh yeah, these are definitely, I can tell that they're definitely original figures because they're the plastic's actually starting to wear down. So now of course you have Han. Here's Han in his and again, I don't think he had a gray weapon. I mean, and again, I appreciate the attention to not allowing detail to make it seem like it's a reproduction, to show that it is actually a reproduction. That really helps. Now, of course, I really can't put Han up here. It would be the kind of thing where I was like, oh, I got to put him down. Get down there. All right, so I'll just kind of put him in the front. We'll put his carbonized version in the back. And then, of course, we have Lobot, who, man, I feel bad for the Lobot actor who had all these great deleted scenes. These are great stands, by the way. They're like the best stands for the vintage figures. And, of course, you have to have an Ugnaught with his nifty... ooh, yeah, there he goes. With his nifty little... No! Oh, no! His little toolkit kind of cracked already. So, that's not good. But I think it's still hanging on for dear life. So, as long as I don't do much with it, it'll be there. There it goes. All right. And I'll just take all of this other stuff and put it in here. Yeah, so there is your nice little display with the Cloud City playset. Okay. Now, Hasbro did come out with, or Kenner later in later on did come out with a Cloud City playset that they let's see if I can position this right. There it is. Did come out with a Cloud City playset that was similar to this, only it did have a more physical feel to it, and it had a cool little effect with like a Bespin, it came with a Bespin guard. You could put Han in this kind of foam thing, and it looked like it was in carbonite. It was a neat effect, but from the vintage years, this is like, you can't beat this kind of stuff. And again, I am not going to go out looking for a original and then have to pay some crazy price for that. And again, it was just another way to pack 4 figures to help sell off some old figure, sell off some figures in bulk, and give a kind of an exclusive. I think it was the Sears exclusive, Sears or JCPenney. I can't remember which one. So it's just a great way to do that. It came with a little something, well, a lot something extra, and it's a great piece. And I love that they made that this person made a facsimile of it. It is purely a facsimile. Not any way, no way it can be confused by any true collector as the original. And I do appreciate having kind of a reasonable facsimile of it without it being like a direct copy, because that wouldn't be right. All right, but the figures are original, and those are themselves probably worth enough today that even without their weapons, I'm pretty sure the weapons are all repros as well, that it was great to be able to do this. So to be able to have this piece. So that'll do it for this episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. Like, subscribe, hit the notification. Check out all the other content on Red 5. And until next time, may the Force and the toys, new, vintage, and repro, be with you.